nothing left to lose now. Everything to prove now. Long as I'm alive, I'ma fight back. My fire never cools down. I'm about to catch fire. Yeah, I'm about to catch fire. Get ready for the new me. Get ready for the new me. Try to hold me down and I go higher. Try to put me out and I go louder. I'm a fighter, a survivor. Stand back while I catch fire.
Surf fans, welcome to the 8:05 post show, the final post show of what has been an epic Vans US Open of Surfing. Chris Cote here with Shen Hughes and Pete Mel. And wow, there's a lot to unpack from finals day. We started early and we wrapped it up on a beautiful afternoon here in Huntington Beach, Surf City, USA, and the beach has just come alive. 2 Hawaiians win in the Challenger Series and a mixed bag of surfers winning for the longboarders. It felt like today packed a week of surfing within a span of just a few hours. So this is going to be a really fun post show to talk about all the surfing we've just seen.
I think this has just proven that the Vans US Open of Surfing is back. It's been a few years since we've been able to see it at full force with all the fans down here, all the activations around the entire site, skating, everything else included. And to be able to see finals day light up with some really fun waves. 3 Hawaiians out of the 4 Hawaiians in the finals took the win.
Yeah, a big day for Hawaiian surfers. And Pete, also a day of underdogs. You know, Ezekiel Lau, as I heard you guys talking during the final, not necessarily the surfer you would pick in waves like this, but he proved everyone wrong, went out there and ripped from beginning to end, taking out Zhao.
And he did a couple things to do that. He picked the right board. He used the EPS to help him today because it was a little less energy in the water, but also just determination and grit. You know, he went out there with a goal to win the Vans US Open of Surfing, and he did not let anybody, he didn't disappoint anyone. He went out there and he achieved that goal.
Yeah, and you know that was a big emotional win for Ezekiel Lau. He's had a bit of a roller coaster surf career, often on tour, of course winning the Ultimate Surfer, and now earning his spot on the top of the podium here at the Vans US Open of Surfing. But going back to our first final of the day, the Vans Duct Tape Invitational women went out there and put on a show. Beautiful, fluid, graceful surfing. And this was a great matchup. Some history between these 2 competitors, Kelis Kaleopa'a and Honolua Blomfield. Traditional surfing at its finest right there.
Absolutely beautiful. Kelis just dancing her way through to the win in her first official head-to-head matchup with Honolua Blomfield, the 3-time world champion. I think that in itself was a massive mental barrier that she had to hop through, and she did it with grace, with style, and with flow, and ticked every box of the judging criteria. Her wave selection, amazing, and to do it with her cousin Connie Stewart in the water, with her friends and family there to cheer her up, amazing.
Big moment there. Honolua Blomfield's basically won everything, came through and got second place, but she's still right there up in the top ranks on the WSL Longboard Tour. So there you see the beach, everybody lining up. This is one of my favorite parts of the Vans US Open of Surfing, our awards ceremony, and our master of ceremonies. I'm going to throw it over to Kaipo Guerrero.
Thank you so much, Chris. And thank you, Huntington Beach, for coming out. First of all, the WSL would formally like to recognize Huntington Beach as the traditional homelands and shared territory of the Aha Shaman and Tongva peoples. It is known by the name Lukupangma in Aha Shaman and Tongva languages. The Aha Shaman people have lived in this place we call Orange County for over 10,000 years and are still here stewarding the land along with surfers, environmentalists, and others who care about our shared coastline. We thank them for their ongoing presence and participation in this event. Now it's time to welcome to the awards presentation for the 2022 Vans US Open of Surfing. This is the 4th stop on the 2022 World Surf League Challenger Series and the 2nd stop on the 2022 WSL Longboard Tour. I'd like to thank again the fans here at Huntington Beach. Love to thank all of the surfers that have made this happen and all of the crew, because this has been 9 days of the world's largest action sports festival. Of course, thank you to Vans. Again, I want to thank Vans as our presenting sponsor. Vans, keeping it rad since 1966. Thank you, Vans. Also, our event partners, and we have a lot of supporters. Visit Huntington Beach, Red Bull, Flying Embers, Hydro Flask, Shiseido, the good people at 805, Pacifico, Sambazon, Stillhouse, Youth Theory, BF Goodrich, Foo Wax keeping it sticky, Box Water, and Just Egg. Let's give a hand for all the supporters, because without them, this doesn't happen. Special thanks to IMG and the event staff, all the athletes, and again, the local community for your support of this event. On stage with me, we have Kira Seal, the WSL Senior Manager of the Longboard Tour. Travis Logie, the WSL Senior Manager of Tours and Competition. Jesse Miley Dyer's here, the Senior Vice President of Tours and the Head of Competition. A man that needs no introduction, Mr. Steven Van Doren. And the Mayor of Huntington Beach, Barbara DeGlaze. You guys ready to hand out some hardware? Let's get to it. Runner-up for the 2022 Vans Duct Tape Invitational Award, Smooth Surfer from the South Shore of Oahu. Let's give it up for Connie Ala Stewart. Come on out here, Connie. Oh, yeah. Connie, I'm going to get you. Finals, big week over here, and you were one of the smoothest surfers out in the water. Your takeaway?
I had fun. I love it here. It was just a little tricky to find the good ones, but Taylor got some good ones. But yeah, just happy to be here. Thank you, guys.
Connie Ala Stewart. Runner-up in the women's division for the Vans Duct Tape Invitational. I want to call to the stage Honolua Blomfield. Come out here, Hono. Another Hawaiian. Congratulations. Honolua, we've had 2 events on the World Longboard Tour, and you've been in the finals of both. Your takeaway for here from Huntington Beach?
I'm just stoked to be here. I'm stoked there's 3 events this year. Thank you all for coming to support and watch. And thank you, Vans and WSL, and all my sponsors and all the sponsors of the event.
Let's give a hand for Honolua Blomfield. Now our men's champion for the Vans Duct Tape Invitational. He's a 3-time world champion. He's a 2-time US Open champion, and he's got another award coming to him. Let's give it up for Taylor Jensen.
Congratulations, man. Well done, Taylor. Thank you very much.
Taylor, the feeling right now, a champ once again here in Huntington Beach.
Yeah, this is surreal. Just thanks everybody for coming out and watching. WSL, fans, stoked. Yeah, rad. Thanks.
Round of applause for Taylor Jensen.
Yeah, Taylor.
And now, our women's champion from the Vans Duct Tape Invitational. Beautiful surfer from the South Shore of Hawaii, representing Waikiki, and now she's our champ, Kelis Kaleopa'a. Kelis, I gotta talk to you. Oh, yeah, I do, because this is a big moment. Kelis comes from a deep, deep heritage in surfing, and she's continuing on. I'm just so proud of this young lady. How does it feel to be the champ?
Oh, I'm just stoked to be back in Huntington, surfing alongside all these amazing surfers, especially Connie. But I didn't compete in the first WSL of the season, so it feels nice to come back here, get a win, and just have fun.
Well, you got some good points, 5,000 points leading up to our World Championships. That's going to happen in Malibu on October 3rd through the 13th. That's going to be the waiting period where we're going to have the final stop of the World Longboard Tour at the World Surf League. So congratulations to all of our longboarders. Now turning our attention to the Challenger Series. And the Challenger Series is the road to the championship tour. And it's a rough road, but at the end of the year, our top 10 men, our top 5 women are gonna earn their spot on the 2023 championship tour. And walking down the road and making some really yardage down the path is Sakura's own Joao Chianca, our 2022 runner-up here at the Vans US Open of Surfing. Joao. Chumbinho, I want to get some words from you. What's this feel like right now? You know, tough start of the season, but now you got a keeper result and you're making your way to re-qualifying for the championship tour.
Yeah, I want to thank everyone in the beach. I want to thank WSL for the event. I want to thank Huntington Beach. I want to thank God. I've been asking for strength, a lot of up and downs on this year, and He gave me situations to become stronger. So I'm really stoked. I want to thank my family. I want to thank my friends, my sponsors, CI Team, Volcom, and nothing else. I'm becoming stronger. There's a whole year in front of me. So yeah, stoked.
Parabéns, Joao Chianca. For our women's division in the Challenger Series, our runner-up, Australian, she ripped all week. And I want to congratulate and bring to the stage Macy Callahan. Come out here, Macy. Macy. Oh, we're good. These are strong trophies, built to last. Macy, we're good. So, Macy, second final in a row. You're on a roll right now in the Challenger Series in looking at requalification for the championship tour. How do you feel for back-to-back finals?
Yeah, I'm very tired. That was a long week. I'm very happy to make the final again and get another result. The girls, they only take 5, so all the girls have great results, and yeah, I'm just happy I got another keeper.
Let's give it up for Macy. And now, our men's champ, the 2022 Vans US Open of Surfing champion. Let's give it up for the big Hawaiian. Bring to the stage Ezekiel Lau. Hold it up, Zeke, hold it up. There you go, you're champ. Let me come in here. I want to get a word from you. It's not a sprint, Zeke. It's a marathon this week, and you came out on top. How you feel?
It feels great. It's definitely been a long week. There's been a lot of conditions, but I've been feeling the love out here in HB. I just want to thank everyone for coming out. I just really love the support from everyone here. It makes a difference, and I was just glad I was able to perform for you guys. Thank you.
Oh my kai! Congratulations, Ezekiel Lau. We got one more award to give out, and that's to an inspirational young lady who came here and ended up being the champ. Your 2022 Vans US Open of Surfing, the Queen of Haleiwa, Bettylou Sakura Johnson. Whoa! Bettylou. I got to get some words from you. That what you've been ripping all week. That was a big victory. I want to know the feeling that you're feeling right now.
I'm feeling really great. I mean, this is very special to be on the podium with all these great surfers this whole week. It's been a very hard couple days of competing out here, and I'm super stoked to have a fun day today.
Congratulations to all our winners here. Let's get them out here for some photo opportunities. You guys, hoist those above your head and let's let the paparazzis do their thing.
And just like that, crowning champions here at the Vans US Open of Surfing. Thank you, Kaipo Guerrero. Great job emceeing that emotional ceremony. Of course, Kaipo knows all three of those winners from Hawaii since they were probably about 5 years old. So, Uncle, great job there announcing those winners, and congratulations to all the winners. And now let's get back to breaking down Finals Day. So, as we all knew, coming into Finals Day, we were going to see semifinals action from both the Challenger Series as well as the Vans Duct Tape Invitational. We talked about the women's final. It's time to break down the men's final. So, all week long, the men went out there for the Vans Duct Tape Invitational and put on an absolute clinic. And these two finalists right here started off strong. This was a big final for Jensen and Stewart, and really anyone's call when they paddled out to the lineup.
Yeah, for both TJ and for Kaniela, they were in a rhythm this week. For Taylor to be able to take away the win here in a duct tape is, I think, extra special for him, and he really was kind of one of those surfers to beat. He knows this break so well, Pete. You got to call the action. Connie seemed to be in rhythm throughout all of Finals Day, but it was Taylor's knowledge that took him to the win.
Yeah, and I think that his wave choice was really the difference, in my opinion. He was able to pick those waves. It gave him the opportunity to get to the tip of the board, utilize the walk around, but also utilizing the turns, which the judges seemed to really like.
He was edging towards progression, but I think he kind of mentally calmed himself down. A 7.67 and a 6.17, two scores that would get you through any heat of the day.
Yeah, a great result for Taylor Jensen, and an excellent result as well for Kaniela Stewart, the Waikiki kid, advancing through, getting that second place finish behind him, heading into Malibu. That's going to be a great result. But we could see the three-time world champion now head-to-head with Harrison Roach. Maybe he goes for a fourth world title this year.
Ooh, it's going to be very exciting as we head to Malibu. Iconic longboard spot, the spot where the finals of the World Surf League Longboard Tour will be. Let's take a look at the rankings as we see them now. Freshly updated, here's your Women's Longboard Tour rankings. Honolua still up top, Kelis in second. Chloe Kalman and Soleil both drop a couple spots along with Tully White. Rachel Tilley moving her way up along with Caitlin Mickelson, Avalon Gall as well. So you got 10 surfers, but a bunch of ties there, which we're going to decide just around the corner in Malibu.
Well, but also you got to think about Malibu is going to be double the point. So really the champion's going to be decided there. You're taking one result probably from here and whatever you can do in Malibu. So it's going to be a big event there.
And so from the Women's Longboard Tour rankings, let's flip it over and check out what's happening on the men's side of the draw. Here are your men's Longboard Tour rankings updated just now. Harrison Roach in the lead, Taylor Jensen way up there, tied for that first place spot, and everybody else shaken up. Ben Skinner drops one spot. Kaniela Stewart in third, Quintal in fifth, tied with Kaimana Takayama and Declan Whiten, all the way down to Cole Robbins. So again, a bunch of ties there, Shannon. All of these surfers will be headed to the Cuervo Classic Longboard Championship October 3rd through the 13th, Malibu, California. And of those names that we just saw right there, I mean, it is still anyone's ball game.
There's still so much on the line because there is 10,000 points heading into that event, but it's got to be those top two, the surfers that have taken the wins out for the first two events of the tour. They're keeping those as their highest scoring events heading into that. We're dropping that bottom result, so everyone's just got that singular result to them, which is why there are so many of those ties. I'm really excited for finals in Malibu, and I think we're going to see those surfers that tend to thrive in a traditional wave like Malibu really find more success than maybe they did here at Huntington.
Well, October can't come soon enough. The finals right around the corner at Malibu. So from longboard, let's go to shortboard. Challenger Series women went out there on day one and put on an amazing show all the way through. Bettylou Sakura Johnson, so good. She's got named 3 times, and she went out there in this final and started doing damage early. Macy Callahan had a decent start with a 5.67 and a 4.3. but Bettylou Sakura Johnson hammered down pedal to the metal surfing.
It was pretty wild because Macy kicked off early with that 5-6-7 and then never really got a scoring wave until close to the finish. Bettylou, it took her a few waves, maybe some little mistakes within her surfing as well, as far as wave selection and pushing a little too hard, maybe catching too many waves. But she found those best scores out there, and she seemed to just dominate once she got into a rhythm. To see the young Hawaiian win her second event of this level, another Challenger Series after taking one out last year, speaks to the consistency that she's beginning to find and the threat that she is.
And one thing that's good for Bettylou here is that she's had some struggles surfing outside of the home state, and this is something that she can now realize, hey, I can win outside of Hawaii, and it's a big win for her.
Yeah, not just a charger. Now she is a bona fide small wave wizard. Did it in a huge way here in Huntington Beach. So the Challenger Series for the women is heating up at the top of the pack right there. But for the men, we just watched an epic final. We were hoping and expecting big things, and we got it. We had paddle battles. We had everything you wanted to see. But Ezekiel Lau just looked in form. His board looked perfect. He did everything right in this heat. He got the momentum early and kept it all the way through to the final. Pete, this was a amazing, dynamic performance from Ezekiel Lau.
And he didn't make many errors throughout the entire week. In a lot of variety of conditions, he was making good choices on waves. He was making good choices with his equipment, but also he competed very, very well. He put his head down. He didn't let the scores discourage him a little bit. I mean, there was that one moment when he got a 3.67 in the semifinal this morning after he did a nice air reverse that he probably thought he had completed, but he didn't let it affect him. He stayed positive. He stayed on tack. He stayed on the point, and look what happened. He took the win.
Yeah, you had 3 out of 4 Hawaiian surfers up there on the podium. Pretty cool to see that. The Vans U.S. Open of Surfing men's final went like this. Ezekiel Lau with a 6.9 and 5.5, enough to get him the win. And also a huge boost for Ezekiel Lau as he jumps multiple spots up the men's Challenger Series rankings. So for Ezekiel Lau, he's put himself right in the driver's seat to potentially re-qualify to get back onto the championship tour. Rio Waida still in the lead. He's got a huge lead with that 21,050 points. And you look down that list, we do have some ties still happening in the top 10. Nice to see Aton Osborne make a big jump as well into the top 10. So from the Men's Challenger Series rankings, let's flip it over and check out what's going on in the women's top 10. Caity Simmers in the lead. Molly Picklum right there in second. Macy, Bettylou locking themselves into the top 5. Sophie McCullough with a huge jump as well. So our top 10 for the women's rankings, very tight up at the top. And we're looking forward to some big things for the final 3 spots on the women's and men's Challenger Series. Well, that was an epic series of finals, and there will be more to come. We're going to take a quick break, but we come back. Let's talk a little bit about Tahiti, the end of the road. It's going to be epic. This is the 805 Post Show. Stay tuned.
We are with Wild Coast and Shiseido and WSL Pier doing a beach cleanup. We're just picking up trash up from HB and collecting as much trash as we can.
We Are One Ocean is a global initiative to inspire our global surf community to protect and conserve our one ocean and preserve the future of our sport. In partnership with local nonprofit organizations, We Are One Ocean activates at WSL events, giving back to local communities around the world via coastal restoration activities and environmental initiatives.
At Wild Coast, we are all about saving our wild coast and oceans, and we have partnered with WSL to help clean up the beach and save our oceans worldwide.
Today, we are here on the beautiful Huntington Beach, driving not just awareness, but action on this beach, cleaning this beach.
It's just amazing to continually be a part of organizations that take care of the places that we come to compete. For us to come down and do our part right now, it's been inspiring me to get down more often, and this is what it's all about.
As a surfer, sustainability means a ton to me, and I'm pumped that Shiseido and WSL are supporting the ocean and the environment.
We've been doing these beach cleanups for 3 years now. It's a really beautiful campaign that we're doing to bring people together, to raise awareness as a brand in partnership with the World Surf League and with Wild Coast.
to have them kind of come into the surfing world and also want to make a difference in terms of keeping our oceans and beaches clean, and to be able to collaborate with such a big brand on that level has been really, really cool for me to be a part of.
Our contribution from the indigenous nations that we work with and we represent is to help to restructure that narrative and to have that inclusivity of our people within these coastal environments.
I grew up at the beach, and these are beautiful spaces that everybody can go enjoy, and it's a space that we can really help. Everything around the world is connected, and there are just very easy things that we can do to go out and help save the ocean worldwide.
What Shiseido's doing is so amazing, and I feel so proud to be a part of it. It's our way of giving back to the ocean. Not only surfers, but the whole world. We all need the ocean. You know, we're not only spreading the message, but also physically doing it.
Try to hook up with your local nonprofits and help them as much as you can, because we want to keep the beach clean so we can get out there and have a clean, nice ocean.
This is where the big change happens. It's when multinational companies are coming together to do this type of work at this level on the ground and building a community around it.
The more people we can get on board, the bigger difference we'll make. So these events are great for that.
What more can you say about weareoneocean.org? A great, great time down here. The 805 Post Show rolls on. Speaking of rolling on, the Vans Showdown starts any minute. It might already be going. Skate park is going off just on the other side of that big WSL tent. There's a purpose-built skate park that Vans made for some of the world's best skaters to get involved, and that's going to be happening all afternoon long. So as we kind of digest everything that's gone down, it's nice to know, of course, heated competition out there. Everybody comes to the beach. It's a show of great sportsmanship, a celebration of surfing, and part of the Vans U.S. Open of Surfing, of course, the activities behind us. They'll be going on till about dark. So if you can get down here, but you missed an epic week, and I'll tell you, one thing that we're very excited about is Tahiti. It is right around the corner. The Outerknown Tahiti Pro is rearing its scary head, and you can almost hear the waves breaking. And speaking of that, there is some breaking news. Unfortunately, we do lose one of our favorites in this competition, in any competition. The one and only John Florence has announced that he will not be competing in the upcoming Outerknown Tahiti Pro. This is due to an injury he sustained recently. It's kind of bittersweet because obviously when you see John Florence and Tahiti in the same sentence, you know big things are going to happen.
So true. You know, it really is a bit of a disappointment. He is on a boat in the middle of the Pacific. I know that for sure. We've been following on social media. He is one of the best at Tahiti, one of the best in the barrel. Unfortunately, that injury that he did sustain is too serious. Also, I think the boat got some damage too, but either way, I think the knee is really what's holding him back. Got to get him 100% so we can see him back at Pipeline.
Well, with that bad news, there is good news. The Spartan will be back in competition. Michelle Perez gets the call up to compete at home at Chopo, the end of the road, basically his backyard. And so anytime you get to see the Spartan in big barreling waves, that's a good thing to see. What do you think Michelle Perez's chances are in Tahiti?
Oh, so high. So high. I love that he's gotten the call up. Sad to see John out of the mix, but to be able to see Michelle Perez getting that call up back on the championship tour this year, he's been fighting hard for that requalification on the Challenger Series. Pete, it's going to be a pleasure to watch him, and he could easily take out the
Yeah, and he's not going to have any pressure this time. I mean, we've seen him in the past year. He hasn't had great success, even though he surfs the place so well. This time, though, hey, it's all for just fun, right? So he's going to go out there and get barreled with only one other surfer in the water. So I can't wait to see Michelle Perez, and I can't wait to get to Tahiti because I'm almost there. I'm going to be there in like 48 hours.
Must be nice. Put me in your board bag, Pete. I know you got room. Well, another Tahitian that we're excited to see is Vahine Fierro. She has been an absolute standout at all the mega sessions that have gone down at the end of the road. Vahine Fierro getting herself involved in WSL competition at Tahiti. Vahine is going to be a threat and some in big barreling waves at Chopo.
I think we could see very easily the repeat of what we watched at Pipeline this year with Moana Jones-Wong, the Anne-Marie Blue Crush story, coming alive in the most death-defying wave in Tahiti and on the planet with Vahine Fierro getting into the draw. I'm so proud of her for the performances that she has put together. And I think with the waves she's been bagging in her free surfs recently, that she is going to be the surfer in the draw to beat above every woman on the championship tour.
I would agree. I think that she's going to go there very confident. She did have a wipeout that she had to deal with. I think that that's something that plays into your head slightly, but I mean, what's the worst that can happen? A scrape on your foot. So I think that she's going to be one to watch. She's a goofy foot, which is perfect for surfing here in Tahiti. And again, very comfortable over that shallow reef.
Yeah, fantasy surfing team captains, make note, you should probably put Fahim Fierro on your team. She's going to do some damage out there. Well, there it is, the wave that strikes fear through the hearts of every surfer on the planet. And do you think we're going to see waves like that? How's the forecast looking?
Forecast looks like we're going to have some swell. I wouldn't say necessarily like that, but ultimately it has improved, at least the forecast that I've been looking at. It didn't look great a couple days ago, and it's getting better. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that's the case. It keeps getting better each day before we start the event.
Well, August 11th, it's right around the corner, and it's not just the wave that's scary. It's also the ramifications for the results. This is the final stop on the WSL Championship Tour, so the last chance for surfers to make their way to the Rip Curl WSL Finals, which is directly after Tahiti. So a lot at stake in many ways. Anytime you go to the end of the road, you never know what's going to happen. But I'll tell you what's going to happen right here on the 805 Post Show. This is the Stillhouse Top 5. So this is a moment that we've been waiting for, your unbreakable top 5. We're going to start with the heir of the event, Aton Osborne, going upside down for a 9.67.
And how good was the landing? That's really what made it for me. Obviously, the size, the rotation, all of that, but the landing was stomped as you can make it. I mean, literally, no worries. Did an undeniable 9-point ride. Could have even been a 10.
Straight up video park surfing right there. So from number 5, Aton Osborne's air, let's go to some finalists. This is your Stillhouse Unbreakable number 4 moment, Kelis Kaleopa'a, our Vans Duct Tape Invitational winner.
Back-to-back wins for the Vans Duct Tape Invitational here in Huntington Beach, and for her, she's now tied in the rankings with none other than the 3-time champ in Honolua Blomfield, but it was the style, the grace, the poise of the Hawaiian, the young one, and Kelis taking out the win.
Yeah, and I love to see that when your competitor is carrying you up the beach. That means great sportsmanship. Now your number 3 Stillhouse Unbreakable moment, Taylor Jensen. This guy's been around the block and back, and it's pretty cool that he can adapt and, kind of not change his style, but rework what he does best to fit into the traditional longboarding format.
Well, what we know of Taylor Jensen's style of longboarding, how he won his world titles, was pretty much the opposite. For him to make those adjustments now, coming into the tour the last couple of years, has been great to see, and a solid performance to take out the win.
And those guys must be pretty strong to carry a big man like that up the beach. Number 2 on our Stillhouse Unbreakable top 5, Bettylou Sakura Johnson. Style, speed, power, finesse, wave selection. She's been on fire since day one, continued her role, making it look easy out there.
She sure did. It was really cool to see because, you know what? Again, as I had mentioned earlier, to have her be able to win, outside of Hawaii, her best results came at Sunset Beach. And, at the championship tour level, she got an equal third there, but just could not find results outside of Hawaii. So to have her winning here in North America is a huge confidence builder.
Absolutely. That brings us to our Stillhouse Unbreakable number 1 moment, Ezekiel Lau, your Vans U.S. Open of Surfing champion. He did it with power. He did it in the air. Ezekiel Lau was unstoppable all week long.
The ultimate surfer, the ultimate champion here at the Vans U.S. Open of Surfing, brought in that rail game, brought in the air game, everything that we would have hoped for, that the fans would have hoped for here in a final. And to take out Joao Chianca, who's been one of the informed surfers of the year, is a really impressive victory for the Hawaiian.
Well, congrats to all of our surfers involved. Thank you to all the fans for tuning in, for showing up at the beach, for cheering for your favorite surfers. You made this a very special week here at the Vans U.S. Open of Surfing. And if you think back to day one, these surfers had to go through all different types of conditions. And the good news is the beach was packed. It was a beach party for the ages, the largest action sports festival on the planet. So you think we're going to be back here tomorrow, next summer?
Maybe tomorrow. Who knows? Day
Let's
10
come back
out
tomorrow.
of day 9. No.
It's that good of a
we'll
time.
definitely be back here next year, and I think the crowd's going to love it.
Well, I can't wait. Well, we got a lot of big things coming for you from the WSL. We've got Tahiti, and right now we're going to give you a highlights package that starts way back on Monday. Here you go. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in Tahiti. Welcome, surf fans. We are all systems go here at the Vans U.S. Open of Surfing. The women will be taken to the water all day long.
Mafalda Lopez just entered her name into the game. Whoa, that was massive.
I don't know who told you different. I work hard for this. Sacrifice so much to make it here. I came too far for this. They was sleeping, I was up in training, going off for this. Push myself to limits unimaginable to average folk. And no, this don't come overnight. You get there staying gradual.
Bang, big spray to the sky. 1-2 punch there by Mark. Solid surfing. Molly Picklum. Boom.
History you about to witness. Victory awaits, I'm with it. Mama said I'm something special. Now it's time I go reveal it. Beast mode, I'm about to kill it. Competition about to fill it. If you ain't telling yourself that you the greatest, why you with it? I'ma keep on going hard till it's all mine. Won't stop until I am the greatest one of all time. Can't nobody out here see me or go toe to toe. No, 1 of 100, none coming for them.
Massive air reverse. Aton Osborne. Oh my.
I pulled it.
Greatest of all time.
Huge. What a massive section.
Caroline Marks, she just slams it.
Another big day here at the Vans U.S. Open of Surfing.
What a way to start things off for young Bronte.
Bettylou, nice snap to start. The Johnson family feeling stoked.
Caity Simmers, a prodigy.
This is your first look at the Duct Tape Invitational.
Look at that nose ride.
We're making history. 2 broken boards.
Oh, look at that, hang 10.
Wow. Tony, whoa, beautiful 5.
Let's go!
5 to 10, and this is no surprise. Justin, another win at HB Pier.
That's wasabi.
Connie through into the quarterfinals. Been a huge week here. Now we are into the quarterfinals for this year's Challenger Series here at Huntington Beach.
Are you ready to go? Ready to stand for all that you do?
A smiley Bettylou Johnson.
Are you ready to fight? Ready to lead? Ready to battle? If you're from your dreams. Got the heart of a hero, spirit of a champion, brave and invincible.
Make some noise for Honolua Blomfield. A great ride. Beautiful. Wow.
We've been working our way to finals day all week long, and we have arrived.
Heart of a hero, spirit of a champion, brave and invincible.
Oh, man. A heartbreaking finish. Congratulations to Kelis Kaleopa'a.
There's your champ, Taylor Jensen, for the Vans Duct Tape Invitational. Exploding into the lip.
Bettylou Sakura Johnson, your Vans U.S. Open of Surfing champion.
Ezekiel Lau, ladies and gentlemen, your victor.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the